Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense takes the field. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. On second down, wants to throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
And you simply cannot start the game any better if you're on defense. The first 2 plays of the game, you get a sack. That's how you seize momentum.
Feeling some heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So Alabama's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. And I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, cut off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution in that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from the loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Knight. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's running free down the middle. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He goes out of bounds at the 40 after an excellent return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense is still in identity mode.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
One of the areas the secondary offensive coordinators passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the go.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I don't think the defense was expecting to run on that play. Second and forever. They were all dropping back into coverage. They got gashed.
And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to run it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. No one for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. He's up to 107 yards on the ground for them so far, has his eyes set on that 1,400-yard mark. Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In our last game, he had 2 sacks. He's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans. This offense better find out how to slow him down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking left. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build and lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Second and 10 after the previous play. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They've got the screen set up. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. Third and long, you've got everybody covered down the field, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way better tackling in that situation. That is a blown opportunity for this defense.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. On third down, going up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it first and 10. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Alabama with a first and 10 here. He'll just keep slinging it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. Not putting the cart before the horse, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Using his legs to buy some time. That's a 20. He's got space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light the scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself. Do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down after that drive, and then the defense needs to pull away a little bit too.
It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gets it past the marker. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Alabama 28, South Carolina 3.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. What a shot in the arm something like that can give you. You take over, first and goal. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house.
This offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Gets it out fast. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. We have made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw to him. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. He's going to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Coming after it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Bounced right back to them. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Good, right down the boulevard.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
That last completion has him set up, 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Forced down in the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
And that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back, 1st down. Got to play the whole field up, scrambles around, runs for a 1st down. New set of downs, new set of problems.
Got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 2nd down, looking to throw. He's going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
Start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. First play of this drive comes from the 27. On the move. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down.
And dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And a good, solid pickup for the defense, cuts him down.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And he's dragged down.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Alabama, 42. South Carolina, 6.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harmon. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the offense on first down. Hard-hitting tackle.
I tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively. It kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Quickly complete. Tackled immediately after the catch.
And offenses nowadays, they really just count the numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, well, this is built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Got his man down the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That is a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find the rhythm one better way. Converting it to third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Trying to move them on the counter. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
See, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He caught it. Touchdown time. And the beatdown has ensued.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to go up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Knight. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Pulls and throws out the RPO. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out quickly. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do now. Jesse, this offense has to put it together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
It's complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Inside a minute to go here in the third. On second down, he'll fire. Finds his man in the middle. Tackle is made after the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up. Right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold that second too long when bad things can really happen. You can tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're bringing heat.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They want to run it left here. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Picks up the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Dropping back, it's Love. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 45 on his way. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. On target. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They'll run it from the gun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers. I don't care about their size. I'll put them in the slot. I'll let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spot...
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
I I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. Actually, you probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way, and here we are early in the fourth.
You just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed it for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20.
The returner brings it out to the 35, and the Alabama offense will take over.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play. Trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up front and surge by the O-line.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Looking downfield, it's locked. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play. Like, second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Running toward the take. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, trying to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll park it at the 6. Well, they've gone to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the stomping has commenced. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
65, South Carolina, 6.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Navy is on top, but it's not like Roger Staubach is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over Notre Dame. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He's looking to throw. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Getting some heat. He's going up top here late in the game. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. You still let us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. 3rd and 10, still back up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
To the ground with the back. The Tide will get the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
second down coming up.
Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Alabama.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw, it's lob. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team